What's good, everyone? My name's Sean. Some people call me Lottie. Eminem just dropped an album. I'm starting a reaction channel. So here we go. Yeah, M dropped a surprise album last night. I woke up to it. Was like, I kind of had a feeling it was coming. A lot of people have been suggesting it because of all the Nick Cannon stuff and then no reaction and different pictures of this, that, and the other. Like, yeah, different people have been photographed with him lately, and it just seemed like he's up to something. And oh, was he? So I'm always so happy, like when dope artists just drop shit, because he kind of learned his lesson with his one album, because they just murdered it before it was even released, you know, just the whole lineup. So he's done these two surprise drops, and it works for him, because you can't just sit there and analyze it and break it apart before you've even heard a beat. You know, like, you haven't even heard it, and you're just like, ugh, Ed Sheeran, Beyonce, So this album, I've listened to it all the way through. There's not, sometimes with M, there would be one track or a few tracks you're just like, this beat in production is just weird, and I don't like it. And it's not taking anything from him, because it's just always the beat or production. It's never his words or the way he's doing things. It's just like, if you would take those lyrics off and how he's rhyming it and stick it onto another beat, it's cold. You know, it's dope. But this album, I've listened to it all the way through, and nothing is cringe. Nothing is like, oh, come on in, man. You got ears, bro. You know hip hop, man. You know what is clean. Like, stay away from that Rick Rubin beat bullshit, you know? Nothing against Rick, but like, they just don't mesh. I don't think those mesh together. But this album, I mean, I go back and listen to those Rick Rubin tracks he did, and I'm like, they're okay. But I just feel like that's definitely not his strong suit, going with Rick Rubin production, to be honest with you. I mean, I bet if M like took more control over it, maybe, I don't know. To me, it just never worked. But this album, Music to Be Murdered By, it's off Alfred Hitchcock. The artwork, the whole artistic way he presents it is dope. He straight up just bites the Music to Be Murdered By cover, and it's ill. The gun and the axe, I mean, it's sick, you know? Because, like, dude, he reminds me, like, the way he paints pictures and breaks rhymes down, he's kind of like the Stephen King of hip-hop to me, you know? It's like, that's a funny thing. People will attack like an MC or a music artist about what they're talking about. But when it comes to, like, I feel like, I'm sure they do get some heat, movie producers or whatever, about their movies, but it seems like music artists get heat a lot more. Or at least I hear about it more. You know, like when you have scary movies or Stephen King movies or just whatever, they don't get attacked, but you know, you have someone that talks about the content, especially that he used to speak on, you know, you get attacked. But this album, give it a listen, and do it on with some dope speakers, because there's some serious low end, and it's dope, man. I heard it on my phone first. I was like, these beats are sick. But then I had to go run some errands in my car, and I bumped it, and Yo, the intro is mean. The all the features are dope. Like, I mean, he's got Young Maul on here. I was like, okay, but it works and it's dope. Another Ed Sheeran track. The Ed Sheeran track is, you know, like when M makes music, it's like you never are on a dance floor out at a club and they drop an M song unless it's some like DJ'd remixed version, you know. And I never really run into that. But I'm like, man, you could actually play this, and that he doesn't do that. If he did that, we're like, hey, yo, I want a couple dance joints that you can play on the radio and in the club. If he did that, his sales and streams would be, I mean, they're already insane, but if he did like just one song that was just catered to that, it would be out the park. But he doesn't do that. I'm sure he could. The Ed Sheeran song on this, I was like, okay. And don't ever sleep on Ed Sheeran. That dude's got bars too. He can rhyme. I mean, he had that EP with Yellow Wolf back in the day. I believe it was London Bridge. It was sick, man. But like you catch him, like you can get on YouTube and shit and hear him freestyling. Dope. He's dope, man. He loves hip hop. He gets it. And then you got obviously Royce the 5'9", sick. And he's got Joel. He's got Denon. He's got who the hell else? I mean, Skylar Grey, of course. She's featured. She's like, that lady is beautiful. I love her soul. I follow her on Instagram. Her and her dude like are magic together. They're dope, man. That's kind of cool. Like to see a couple like just absorbed in each other like that. And she is such a. I mean, she travels with them and does all his shows, and she's a beautiful songwriter, and she's an amazing creature for sure. And their song is beautiful. I love it. There's not one track on here that I'm like, you know, because sometimes you get that, and man, he dropped a video, what is it called, Darkness, and it's holy shit, you know. It speaks on the Las Vegas shooting. Just the state of like gun violence in America. And he's probably gonna lose more fans, honestly, due to that, because I mean, gun lovers really don't give a fuck if like tens of thousands of people get murdered a year here. They don't care. They're like, no, you're not taking my guns. Like, no one wants your guns. We just want people to be a little bit safer, man. Like, we got to do something. But the way the video is, it's really dark. It sheds a little bit more light on it. I doubt that. I definitely know it won't fix anything in this country for sure, because nothing does. If children getting slaughtered in schools doesn't make the government move on fixing anything from mental health to universal background checks, then what will? You know, nothing. If you can stomach children getting slaughtered, you can pretty much stomach anything. But at least him reaches, you know, and that's big because he caught a lot of heat on his political views, you know, and you know, M's a human being. And when a lot of people like, you know, give him shit about all the lyrics that he had, they're songs. Of course, you know, there's a lot of power in music when you have a platform like that, for sure. But he's grown now, and he's like, man, he talks about it in the song. It's like, ugh. Yeah, I did that, you know? But at least he's human enough to be like, yo, yeah, I went that route. I did that. I'm grown. And the realization of what the lyrics and messages that he put out there. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's growth. That's just being a human being. And that's always a beautiful thing to see people like realize that, like, from what they've done and fix those. So, I don't know, but the whole album is sick. The production is sick. The beats are a perfect pick. A lot of times I'm like, dude, no, not that beat, man. You could get a DJ, you could like scratch, you could do this. Like, I'm like, and what I know, but I always want to go grab him and be like, dude, no. Let's get Scratch Bastard or Mixmaster Mike or just some crazy DJ, Qbert or whoever. And like, dude, go back to that hip hop and do your shit. Spit those bars, dude, because you are a lyricist. You're ill. Like, just go murder them and don't do these corny beats and shit. And this one, all the way through, I didn't feel none of that. I'm going to have to go back and re-listen, but man, give it a listen. The past two albums, I think he's realized, yo, this is what I am. This is where I'm at. This is where I'm in my pocket, and I land these shots. And he plays a little bit on this album, you know, back into like, you know, like changing his voice up and clowning a bit and being himself, you know. This dude's wordplay is nuts. I mean, the shit he says, you have to go back and listen. He was like, God, he says more ill shit in one song and more rhymes in one track than almost everyone does in an entire album. He does. Like, one song, you're like, he has the most amazing shit. Some people just kind of like, blah, 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 blah. Dope verse. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Dope verse. You get like a couple lines. This dude is just like, you're like, Jesus Christ, dude. You are a fucking madman. Even MGK was like, we get it, dog. You're a psycho with the pen. You're a walking thesaurus dictionary of rhymes. But that makes you a nerd. No, actually, that just makes him the dopest at his craft, you know? I don't know, man. Go peep this shit out. Music to be Murdered By. Everything, I love it. I want to go jump in my ride right now. I'm moving out of my house, right? Big things happen in my life. Selling my house, opening up a business. I'm opening up a float spa. I got a clothing line and a jewelry line and supplements coming out of that. It's all virtue. It's called Virtue because, you know, all the virtues in your life you got to embrace. This is the logo, the Virtue logo. I'm on my way with that. So anyways, yeah, big things in 2020. I'm going to do these. This is my first one. I don't have a setup. My homie's going to set up all my sound and video for me. I have everything that it takes, but I'm moving to... I'm selling the house. I'm going to move into an apartment where I don't have to deal with anything and I can just concentrate on Virtue. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to do these reaction videos. I'm going to do a fitness video and I'm going to do the Virtue videos, just the whole process of opening up a small business and getting the clothing line, the jewelry line, and the supplements all together. And because I want to show, because I'm just a regular dude who's chasing a dream, and I want to show, man, just have your goal. And anyone, if I can do this, and anyone on the planet can do this. It's just a lot of work and focus and and make your dream a reality. You know, visualize, manifest it, make it come to fruition, and like do the damn thing. So the reason I did this, like, it kind of, everything happens for a reason. Like, I wasn't gonna do these reactions or anything, but I watched Shaq last night, and I was like, and a video popped up saying, if you're thinking about doing a reaction video, get out there and do it, or just whatever, YouTube videos. He's like, just do it. And then he like broke it down, and I was like, you know what? There's no time like the present, so why not just grab my stuff and do it, you know? Like, I'll look back on this video, I know, and laugh like, oh, you were in your kitchen, you know, with boxes all around you moving out of your house, but you jumped in there. And that's the biggest thing, is to just throw yourself into the fire, you know, jump in. And so I'm doing it. It's gonna be a fun year. It's gonna be dope, and I'm happy. So check out all those channels. I'm gonna post this, get it up. I got a couple friends that are gonna help me like set it all up, but this will be the first, and we can all look back on this in so many months or a year and laugh how I just grabbed my phone, and it's a start, you know. You gotta and get out the blocks. So yo, back to the music. M dropped it. Music to be murdered by. Dope beats. Lyrically, he is the monster. He is the Godzilla of this game. And he's got a song called Godzilla on here, and it's an amazing track. And he's got and Juice WRLD is on it. And rest in peace to Juice WRLD. It's sad, man. It sucks. All these youngsters out here, like, on all this nonsense. Like, man, there's a whole other way. You know, some sad shit. But we got a song with Juice WRLD called Godzilla, and it's a monster, boy. It's good. Peep it. Oh, this is my homie JB, Oklahoma City. Check his music out, man. These hoodies are sick. He's a madman. He's so dope. I got to open up for him. Not last summer, the summer before. I got to open up for AC Alone, my hero, idol. I brought him to Evansville, Indiana is where I'm at, and he said, "Yo." I was like, I'm not a promoter. I would just want you to come, and it all worked out, and I got to open up for him, and JB was on the bill. JB's doing shit with LP, the dopest hip hop producer in my eyes on the planet. Part of Run the Jewels. He is a madman. His solo shit. I mean, he's done stuff with Zach De La Rocha, Trent Reznor, just anyone and everyone. But JB's got a track with him. I mean, God, LP's history in hip hop, like Company, Flow, man, like Jesus Christ, like Can of Walks, like Iron, A$AP Rock. To me, he's hands down the best producer on the planet. And I'm hoping like him and Killer Mike and Eminem have a track together. If he's on Run the Jewels 4, I'm gonna do a live, I'm gonna do a reaction video, and I'm gonna jump out a window for sure. Like, I will run through a wall, I will get up and be like, ah! And it's gonna happen because it will be a monster. Because, okay, if LP did a whole Eminem album, it would be the sickest album Eminem's ever done. Yeah, I mean, no disrespect to like Dr. Dre, but I'm sorry, if LP got a hold of Eminem, even if it was an EP, 5-6 tracks, if you know hip hop, LP producing an Eminem album, I would take an EP any day, 5-6 tracks, because it would be apocalyptic, into the fucking world, monster, fucking nuclear, fucking Jesus. It would be, it would just be nuts. Oh man, God, I wish that would fucking trend. Like, can the world vote on like who we want to collaborate? Just please, if Run the Jewels could just get M on one joint and do it right. Oh my God, Killer Mike, LP, and M, because they met up overseas and took some pictures. They did a show together. God, to be at that show. Ooh-wee! All right, I'm gonna hop off. This is my first one. We can all look back and laugh at it months to come once I get a professional setup. But fuck it, you gotta jump in. Shaq told me to do it. I learned it from watching you, Daddy Shaq. So I'm on my way. I jumped in. It'll get better. I won't be in my kitchen on my phone with boxes around me. I'll be in a dope ass apartment with a setup, and I'll be able to like break individual songs down or just the whole album. I'll have notes to go to and let you know what's cracking. But go listen to this album. It's amazing. Bump that shit. And if you're a hip hop head and you really like lyrics, this does not disappoint. He's mind blowing. You listen to like regular hip hop and you're like, even like lyrical dudes that I super respect. I'm like, man, this dude is brilliant. But then I listen to Eminem and the shit he says. This is the Godzilla track. God. He is a lunatic. Go bump this shit. Music to be murdered by. Alfred Hitchcock, bro. Yee! All right, I'm hopping off. Everyone do the damn thing. And it'll get better. And yeah, dude. 2020, we off to the races. All right, cool. Peace.